Japanese destroyer Shimakaze, 1942. In World War II, Japan built a destroyer so fast, so heavily armed, that it terrified naval planners on paper. It carried more torpedoes than any destroyer ever built. It could outrun almost everything afloat. And yet, the Americans destroyed it from the sky without ever giving it a fair fight. This was Shimakaze, Japan's fastest destroyer. And this is how the Americans neutralized it. Shimakaze was launched in 1942 as an experimental super destroyer. Japan designed her for one purpose: night battles. She was armed with 15 Type 93 long-lance torpedoes, the most feared torpedoes of the war. Her engines produced nearly 80,000 horsepower, pushing her to over 40 knots, faster than almost any warship in the world. On paper, Shimakaze could wipe out entire enemy formations before being seen. But war doesn't happen on paper. Shimakaze was designed for a kind of battle Japan had already lost control of. She lacked strong anti-aircraft defenses early on. Her radar was inferior, and her greatest weapons, torpedoes, were only effective if she could get close undetected. The Americans were changing naval warfare. They didn't hunt destroyers with destroyers anymore. They hunted them with aircraft. By 1944, the U.S. Navy had mastered carrier warfare. American task forces used long-range reconnaissance, radar-guided air patrols, overwhelming fighter and bomber coordination. Shimakaze's speed meant nothing if she was seen first. American aircraft could spot her from miles away, strike repeatedly, and withdraw safely, something Shimakaze could not counter. The Americans didn't need to outgun her. They only needed to find her. Despite her fearsome design, Shimakaze spent most of her career escorting convoys. She evacuated troops. She guarded tankers. She rescued survivors. At the Battle of Leyte Gulf, Japan's last great naval gamble, Shimakaze never fired her legendary torpedo broadside. Why? Because American air power had already broken the battlefield. She was forced to rescue survivors instead of attacking, a silent symbol of Japan's declining naval power. On November 11, 1944, during the Battle of Ormoc Bay, American carrier aircraft struck. Shimakaze was attacked by planes from Task Force 38. Strafing runs crippled her. Near misses ruptured her hull. Fires spread across the deck, dangerously close to her oxygen-fueled torpedoes. Unable to maneuver, unable to fight back, Shimakaze burned for hours. Then she exploded. Shimakaze sank without ever using the weapon she was built around. The Americans didn't defeat her with faster ships or better torpedoes. They defeated her with air superiority, radar, and modern naval doctrine. Shimakaze proved a brutal truth of World War II. Speed without air cover is useless. Power without detection is meaningless. The fastest destroyer in history was beaten because the war had already moved to the sky.